It ain't nothing like another video. What's good, Phil? Hey, man, appreciate the support, bro. Real talk. Like, y'all came on here and went crazy, bro. Like, seriously, on all platforms, on my Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. You've truly shown me so much love, and I really do appreciate y'all. I gave y'all story time last time on the day I got rejected on Hoko. So now I want to tell y'all, kind of catch y'all up on my life and everything I went through to get to this point. What made me get into YouTube and what made me kind of go into this kind of little introduction. All right, we got to take this all the way back to junior year. So junior year for a long time, I was doing track at the time, right? So look, track was my main goal. I'm not gonna act like it wasn't. It was one of my main goals. I wanted to go all the way in track. If I could have gone Olympics, I would have. The problem was I realized I still had a passion for content, and I knew the things I wanted to do and content that I'm doing now that I really couldn't do when I was running track, and I was at a school that really I couldn't do anything at that school. I went to a Christian school, which we're gonna get there, right? I'm not the best Christian and I'm gonna sit there and say it and lay it out there. I'm not. Nor am I the best person in the world. But I do understand what it takes to be successful. One thing that takes to be successful is putting God first and being consistent, as I tell y'all in all my videos. For so long, I wanted to do content since I was 15, 16 years old. You know, as a youngin' growing up on YouTube, you see a lot of YouTubers that inspire you. I told you guys, people like iShow Speed, DJ Ghost, Flight React, Solo Illuminati, all those guys, the list goes on, have inspired me. I grew up watching them at a young age. So when I see them do it, I'm like, man, maybe I can do it. But I was so doubtful growing up. Um, just growing up in general, I was just so doubtful. I never saw myself in the light of being very successful. All I saw was I'm gonna make it in something. I just don't know what. And the reason why I didn't know what is one, obviously we can't tell the future, but number two, like I told you, I was so doubtful myself. I didn't really believe in myself. That caused a lot of just questioning and a lot of setback for me. And it took time to get over that hump for years because I went through it and it started really a lot as a young kid, but it got worse during COVID. When I was just in my room all day, not socializing, I just became depressed and down. And all I did watch in 2020, 2021, all I was watching was Speed, Flight, DJ Elliott. Those are the people I was watching during COVID in 2021. And it just went up from there. That's why I say like YouTube really saved my life because I don't know where I would be without YouTube. Seriously, because like I wanted to play basketball, I wanted to go to the league. I was like all of y'all, I wanted to go pro in a sport, right? For so long. That's what I wanted to do. So when that didn't kind of work out and I understood that it took a lot of time to get there and I just didn't want to do that as I got older. I felt hurt. I was like, dang, I put all this effort into it. I just lost like all of my passion for doing this sport, but I still never lost passion for content. So we fast forward now to high school. I told y'all I was very doubtful. I was doing sports. Boom. So after COVID, I go into my sophomore year of high school. I'm playing basketball. I lose passion for basketball after my sophomore year because I played basketball my whole life. Played soccer. I played sports. I was a sports kid. I wanted to do YouTube, but I was embarrassed to post videos because I was afraid people were gonna judge me, and I didn't want to do it. But I got over that hump, and I ended up doing it my junior year. Right, I did that for probably about a year almost, but it was on and off. I'll do it, then I'll stop. I'll do it, I'll stop. Then I eventually just cut it out completely because I had to lock in for sports. I locked in for sports. Um, and yeah, I was able to take off, bro. Like I was really good at track. I found something I was good at for once in my life, right? But during this time of, me dominating in track and killing it on the track, right? I found myself. I found more confidence and I found that I had a voice and I could just speak to people. Now, I don't know why. I did it seriously because everybody can talk, but I just found out I had a voice and I was able to show my personality and my voice in front of a camera. And that passion for YouTube grew even more as I got older. So once I got off to my senior year, now I'm still thinking about content, but I'm more really focused on my senior year dominating. I ended up dominating my senior year, getting ranked top five in Oklahoma for the hurdles, both 110 and 300. Now I'm getting scouted by colleges. I have offers, scholarships to play at multiple Division II schools, and I had a walk on at Oral Roberts University, right? So now I'm like, dang, I'm like an athlete, bro. Like I'm like everybody I saw on TV. Like I'm just like them. It's just crazy. It was a lot to take in. I really wasn't fully ready for that decision. I made a lot of mistakes during that path. I was 18. But I could tell you it was probably the best thing I went through because it showed me um, I was not ready for college. College was not for me. And I knew fully what I wanted to do after leaving college. So fast forward, I ended up becoming a state champion, right? That was great. Crazy, crazy experience. I didn't have the best performance, but overall, I became a state champion. So now that that happened, right? We fast forward to signing day. I signed. I ended up committing to Oklahoma Christian University. That was great. I was at the university for 3 months, man. 3 months. I didn't even last a semester. I was there for 3 months. Then I dropped out and I went back to Muskogee, right? And I'm from Tulsa. That's where my mom's from, all my family. And then on my dad's side, they're from Muskogee. So I go to Muskogee, right? Now I'm with my grandmother and I'm kind of back where I started. I was there and then I went off to college and then now I'm back. So I'm back in my room sitting down. I'm like, bro, what the hell am I gonna do? Just dropped out of college. I was posting videos at the university like crazy. I was passionate about content, but I realized that like this is gonna take a lot. And am I fully committed to do this? I don't know. And there comes the doubt again, right? The doubt starts creeping in even more. And now I'm in a position where I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm back at like this point of, bro, what if this doesn't work out? Da, 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 da. So I'm like, it's either I do content or I go out to the military. I got to do something to not only put food on the table, but you know, do something with myself. And I'm beating myself up during this time. And I say, all right, I think I want to go to the Navy. And I was committed. The Navy or the Army, I was committed to go. Like I'm dead serious. I shaved my head, bro. Um, I fucking studied. I got off of social media. I disappeared and I just focused on that fully after everything that happened. And during this time period of growth, I didn't realize God was about to teach me patience and reset my whole life. And this is where that saying, keep God first and stay consistent, comes from. So, boom. One day I was driving in my car, right? And I remember um, I ended up failing the test. I was driving back from the testing site for the army. I was taking the test. I failed it by like 2, 3 points. I'm down or whatever. I'm driving back and I'm going. It's like a 75 and I'm going like 80, 85, something like that when I ain't supposed to. I'm speeding. I get pulled over, right? I get this ticket, right? I get the ticket. I'm down now. My mom, she can't afford it, bro. It's a lot on her, and she still has to pay for it. But slowly sitting down, realizing like my actions fucking me over right now, bro. Because now I'm like, bro, I'm really messing this up for my mom. Like, what are you doing, my nigga? You're selling. So fast forward a month, right? I get another ticket. I forgot what it was for though. All I remember is I had 2 tickets for driving something I did. So now I'm like, all right, I'm fucking up because my mom has to pay for 2 things now. Oh yeah, my insurance. So um, now it's my insurance, and then speeding. That's 2 tickets. That's gonna run a lot. And now I have a warrant out for my arrest because I didn't pay that thing on time. And now I gotta stay in the house. I'm down, depressed. And a month later, when I do take my car out, when we do get the insurance paid, I end up crashing the car. And that was the car at the time, that was the only car we had to get around, right? My mom was using my car and I was just helping my mom out, and she was working her ass off. She was the only person working 2 jobs, and I fucked it up for her. And I remember In that moment, bro, when I crashed that car, I thought I was gonna die. Like I thought that was it was it. And my brother was in the car. I didn't have my wallet on me, so that was another charge added on me. Um, Shit just felt like it was going downhill for me, bro. Like I'm serious. I felt like God was trying to show me something. I just didn't know what, right? And I remember after crashing it, she cried and she yelled and she was like, "Do you see what your actions do now?" And I remember in that moment, like when she was yelling and crying, and I saw my mom break down, like in the middle of this. We were in like after the crash, we crashed like by like an auto shop area. We was in the middle of the auto shop and she was yelling, screaming, crying, breaking down, and she just dropped to the floor and cried. And I remember in that moment, bro, I was like, bro, I gotta fix this shit. I gotta figure it out. And that moment is going to scar me and seal me for the rest of my life because like I could have really lost my life in that car if it wasn't for God. Um, and um, when I got home, that's why I shaved my head, right? And I was gonna go off to the military. I was like, I gotta do something with myself. I gotta provide. Do, 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 do. Bro, I'm breaking down, bro, in tears, like just like God, please, like I just gotta figure out what I need to do. Like I'm hurting, and I kid you not, bro. I pick up the Bible and I read and I read and I read and I read just every day, and I slowly but surely learned consistency and peace throughout the whole situation that's happened, right? I slowly learned, like, bro, I gotta calm down, bro. I'm all over the place. Like, seriously, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, and I'm like, I gotta chill. And I remember Trump was starting a war, right? And like enlisting people, December, all of that stuff that's coming up soon. But the war, right? This whole situation. And my mom was like, "Fuck no, you're not going anymore." And my plan was to go either Army or the Navy. Um, and she's like, "No, you're not going. Not right now. Wait like a year and a half, 2 years." And I'm like, "I can't wait, and I can't work. I don't want to work a 9 to 5." Cameron, okay, I don't want to work a 9 to 5, and it's just not me. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Um, I want to do something that I can do at home. And I brought up content to her, and she was like, "All right, here we go again with this content stuff." And I was like, "Look, mom, I understand where you're coming from now. I was all over the place. I just need a shot. I just need a chance. I need a chance to not prove to you, not prove to myself, just actually get up and finally do something that I want to do and just it's either I do it now or I sit back and I'm working at a fucking Walmart again, working a 9 to 5 that I don't want to work for the rest of my life. And I'm telling people, man, I wish I was doing, I don't want to be that guy. So I told her, just give me a year. I told her, give me a year. And she said no. And in that moment, like my heart sank. I was like, bro, this is the only thing I'm really good at I have left. That's what I thought, right? She said no. And I'm like, oh, I'm down. And, like I said, I get down. I was getting down easily. And she said, no, I'm going to give you 6 months from when we move, because we were moving at the time, from when we move and you get your setup, from then to the end of the year. You have 6 months to make this happen. I'm giving you 6 months. Bet on yourself. I'm giving you 6 months. If you don't make it happen in 6 months, you have to go back to college. You have to do Tulsa Community College, TCC, or you have to pick up a trade with your brother. You got to do one of the two. I said, okay. And in that moment, I knew I was going to make it. So I heard something. So to all the people out there who need to hear this, you got to take this one day at a time. Whatever you want to do in this life, bro, you can do. I'm telling you. You might feel that you're behind because you're a certain age, or you feel like everybody else is doing so many great things, right? And you feel like you're just stuck. I'm here to tell you your story, bro. Man, that your story is going to be crazy, gang. You don't realize how different your story is from theirs. And you also don't realize what they had to go through just to get to where they are today. You have to understand that a lot of people are going to go through trials and tribulations and go through a lot behind the scenes. And it looks like everything's so great, right? Like the movies, but it ain't. They had to go through a lot, man, a lot of ups and downs. But one thing I never lost sight of was God. And that's the biggest thing y'all should take from this story. I went from being a doubtful, depressed, down kid, bro, young teenager, to now next month being a consistent, confident young man. And I'm still growing. But I did not become this way overnight. It took time. It took days. It took pain. It took a lot of nights, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of the days questioning myself, wondering if I was worthy to even be somebody in this life. And that's just the truth. And I'm here to tell y'all, y'all can do something. Y'all can be somebody. And now I'm here doing content and doing this not only for myself, but for the people who feel like me, who felt like me, you know? And whether it's one person, whether it's zero, somebody, I know somebody's gonna come across this video and it's gonna mean something to them because they hear somebody talking, they're like, bro, this dude, bro, he's going through the same thing I'm going through. And I'm here to tell you, bro, look at my life, bro. Just a few months ago, I was sleeping on my mother's couch. Um, I didn't know what I was going to do. I dropped out of college. I was stuck. My mom was sick. I was beating myself up over that. I took care of my mom. I'm down. I'm out working. I'm sitting down watching TV, eating food all day, not doing nothing. I'm a YouTuber now, bro. I'm doing content consistently every day, grinding, working, doing videos to set myself up. I'm in the best shape of my life right now, bro. Worked out. Like, it's, I'm telling you, bro, it might look bad right now, bro, but I'm telling you, everything's going to get better. You just can't stop. You gotta work, bro, and you gotta want it. And once you figure out that thing, because you will, once you figure out that thing you want to do, I need you to go 100% on it. Because if you do not go 100% on it now at this young age, whether you're 19, same age as me, 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28, when you're in your 20s is your best years to grind now. Because by 30 years old, I don't want you sitting back with kids and you're struggling and you're wondering, man, I could have really been doing this and providing better for my kids. Or I could have went to college and stayed with it. Or after dropping out of college, I could have applied myself right after instead of just being down on myself. Don't do it, bro. Go straight to work. And I'm here to tell you, bro, if you want to do YouTube, if you want to be a doctor, hell, if you want to be the president of the United States, and I'm always going to tell y'all this, you can do it. I'm living proof to tell you guys you can do it. And you guys are gonna watch this growth. You're gonna watch this journey. I'm so excited to get more content out to you guys and show you guys so much more of my story and this journey. I'm not gonna hold you guys for too long. I'm gonna leave you off with this. There's this story that I came up with. It's a guy named Jack and it's a guy named Will. They had to read 4 books to get to their goal, whether whatever the goal was, right? NBA player, whatever. To get to their goal, their dream, and accomplish it, they had to read 4 books. Will and Jack start reading 2 books. They finish chapter 1, they finish chapter 2. They got 2 more to go. They get to the 3rd chapter, right? But Will says, this is a lot, bro. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'm still going to read the book. And Jack says, I don't want to do this anymore. So Jack's on the 3rd book. He finishes the 3rd book and he says, I quit. I'm done. Put all this work in. I read all these books and I'm still nowhere. So Jack quits. Now, Will, who doubted himself but still kept reading, he said, even though it feels like I'm not going anywhere, I know it's going to work out. I just got to keep going. So Will keeps reading the book. He finishes chapter 3 and he goes into the last chapter, not knowing this chapter is going to change his life. He reads chapter 4 and he ends up reaching his goal and becomes this big sensation all around. Everybody knows him. He's successful. He's great. Will's successful, amazing, right? And Jack comes by and he says, how did you do that, bro? And he told him, even though I went through the hardest times, I just never stopped reading that book. I never stopped reading the book. Even though I did not know that last chapter, chapter 4, was going to be what set me off, I never stopped reading the book. So to y'all, don't stop reading the book. You never know when your time is coming. You don't know. Nobody knows. But when it does, because you will know when, okay, I'm getting this attention, I'm building. When that door opens, and I mean when that door opens, you better close it and you better not come outside. You better stay in there. You better grind. You better make a name for yourself. I love you all. Hey, keep God first. Stay consistent. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, bro. As always, stay up, fam.